3 months ago, a friend of mine spent $6,300 on his first motorcycle. Beautiful bike, powerful. Everyone said it was a steal. He rode it twice, dropped it in his driveway, and sold it at a $2,000 loss. The bike wasn't bad, he just bought completely the wrong motorcycle for a beginner. Here's what nobody told him, and what the salesperson definitely didn't mention. The bike he bought was 50 pounds too heavy, 3 inches too tall for his inseam, and had twice the power he could safely handle as a new rider. One mistake cost him over $4,000 in 6 weeks. If you're about to buy your first bike, you're standing at the exact same crossroads, and I'm going to make sure you don't make the same expensive, confidence-crushing mistake. The beginner bike market in 2026 is incredible, but it's also a minefield. Let me show you exactly what to look for and which bikes actually deserve your money. First, let's kill the biggest myth in motorcycling. You don't need a tiny engine to start riding safely. Everyone says beginners need 250cc bikes. That's outdated advice. Engine size matters less than how the power is delivered. A smooth, forgiving 471cc twin can be easier to ride than a twitchy, aggressive 300cc single. Here's the real rule. Look for predictable power delivery, not just small displacement. The best beginner bikes give you power smoothly across the rev range, without sudden surges that surprise you. Modern beginner bikes typically range from 300 to 500cc. That's the sweet spot, where you get enough power for highway riding and long-term growth, but not so much that the bike feels intimidating or dangerous. Now, let's talk about the thing that matters more than anything else: fit. You can have the perfect beginner bike on paper, but if you can't touch the ground confidently at a stoplight, that bike will terrify you, and a terrified rider is a dangerous rider. Seat height is critical. Most beginner-friendly bikes have seat heights between 27 and 32 inches. But here's the insider's secret. Seat height numbers lie. A 30-inch seat on a narrow bike feels completely different than a 30-inch seat on a wide bike. Here's what you actually need to do. Sit on the bike. Both feet should touch the ground flat-footed or at least on the balls of your feet. If you're tiptoeing, that bike is too tall. When you're learning, stability at stops builds confidence faster than anything else. Weight matters just as much. Beginner bikes should be between 300 and 450 pounds wet. Why? Because bikes don't fall in slow motion, they fall fast. A lightweight bike you can catch and muscle upright might save you from a drop. A 600-pound cruiser, you're watching it fall and hoping it doesn't land on your leg. Let's talk money, because your budget determines your options. Under $5,000, you're looking at the most affordable entry points. The Yamaha MT-03 is the champion here at $5,649. It's lightweight at 373 pounds, produces 41 horsepower from a 321cc twin, and gets 62 miles per gallon. That's beginner-friendly power with real-world practicality. The Honda Rebel 300 just got a game-changing update for 2026, Honda's e-clutch technology. This eliminates the clutch lever entirely. You shift with your foot and the bike handles everything else. It makes stalling virtually impossible, which is huge for nervous beginners. At $5,949, it's affordable and confidence-inspiring with a 27.2-inch seat height. $5,000 to $7,000 opens up the mid-range sweet spot. This is where you get better components, more features, and bikes that'll grow with you for years. The Kawasaki Z400 is a standout naked bike that balances fun and forgiveness. The 399cc engine makes just enough power to be exciting without being scary. It's nimble in city traffic, comfortable for daily commuting, and has modern tech like ABS and a slipper clutch. It weighs around 366 pounds and handles like a dream. The Honda Rebel 500 is the bigger sibling that offers more power without crossing into intimidating territory. The 471 parallel twin makes 46 horsepower, but it's delivered so smoothly that even nervous riders feel comfortable. The low seat height, light clutch pull, and classic cruiser styling make it one of the best-selling beginner bikes for a reason. Above $7,000, you're entering premium beginner territory. These bikes offer exceptional build quality and features that were once only on expensive motorcycles.
The Triumph Speed 400 brings British engineering to the beginner market. The 399cc single cylinder produces around 40 horsepower. The chassis is sophisticated and the build quality is noticeably better than budget options. It looks premium, rides premium, and holds its value. The Royal Enfield Gorilla 450 offers something unique, classic styling with modern reliability. The 450cc single makes torque-rich power perfect for newer riders, and the upright ergonomics won't fatigue you on longer rides. It's also one of the best values in motorcycling right now. Now, let's talk about bike categories, because style matters less than purpose. Naked bikes like the Yamaha MT-03, Kawasaki Z400, and KTM 390 Duke are perfect for beginners. Upright riding position, no heavy fairings to replace when you drop it, and agile handling for city riding. These bikes teach you fundamentals without punishing mistakes. Cruisers like the Honda Rebel 300 and Rebel 500 offer low seat heights and relaxed ergonomics. They're confidence-inspiring for shorter riders or anyone nervous about handling a bike at stops. The laid-back position is comfortable for commuting, but can get tiring on very long highway rides. Sport bikes like the Kawasaki Ninja 400 offer sporty performance in a manageable package. The Ninja 400 is legitimately quick with its 399cc twin, but the power delivery is smooth enough for beginners. Just know that the aggressive riding position isn't ideal for daily commuting. Adventure bikes like the Royal Enfield Himalayan give you versatility. The 411cc engine is mild-mannered, the upright position is comfortable, and the long-travel suspension handles rough roads easily. Perfect if you want one bike that does everything. Here's the part most people get wrong: safety features. ABS is non-negotiable. Anti-lock brakes prevent wheel lockup in panic stops or slippery conditions. This technology has saved countless new riders from crashes. If a bike doesn't have ABS in 2026, don't buy it, period. Slipper clutches are becoming standard on beginner bikes. They prevent the rear wheel from locking up if you downshift too aggressively. This is huge for new riders still learning rev matching and smooth downshifts. Traction control is showing up on more beginner bikes, especially premium models. It prevents the rear wheel from spinning under hard acceleration, which can happen in wet conditions or if you get too aggressive with the throttle. But here's what matters more than any electronic aid: riding courses. Take the Motorcycle Safety Foundation course. It's usually under $300, lasts a weekend, and teaches you fundamentals that will keep you alive. Many insurance companies offer discounts for completing it, sometimes paying for the course entirely. Now, the 3 biggest mistakes beginners make when buying. Mistake 1: buying too much bike because it looks cool. Ego gets expensive fast. That 600cc sport bike might look amazing, but if it makes you nervous every time you ride, you won't ride it. And a bike in the garage isn't a bike, it's just an expensive decoration. Mistake 2: buying used without mechanical knowledge. Used bikes can be fantastic deals, but they can also be money pits. Unless you know what to look for or bring a mechanic friend, stick with new for your first bike. Dealer warranties and financing options make this easier than ever. Mistake 3: skipping test rides. Salespeople will pressure you to buy based on specs and reviews. Don't. Sit on the bike, start it up. If the dealer allows it, ride it. What feels right to someone else might feel completely wrong to you. Your inseam, your arm length, your comfort level, these are personal. No YouTube review can tell you if a bike fits your body. Here's my final advice: buy the bike that makes you want to ride every single day. Not the bike that impresses strangers or the bike your friends say you should get. The bike that feels right when you throw your leg over it. The best beginner bike is the one you'll actually ride. Choose wisely, gear up properly, and welcome to the most fun you'll ever have on 2 wheels.